or whistle
Quest
spots?
Overworld.
You don't like Second Quest Overworld either. Who does like Second Quest Overworld? Well, we have no time. Let's get started.
Yeah, well, fine. Let's go to this open cave. Let's find out if the sword is over here, because that would make things so much fun, but you still hate the book.
Who does like the book, anyways?
Lizzie.
Right, Lizzie does like the book. You were right about that. That may very well be one of our 10 door repair penalties. We're dealing with Second Quest Overworld. That means there's also only going to be one large secret, 6 small secrets.
One large secret.
Right, 7 medium secrets here, and no level 3 dungeon lookout. It looks like the one on the east side, and there's a money-making game. Nothing doing there for Slidick. We're also doing with, and I'm sure you're going to make a comment about
I like this, actually, what Fury's doing here. He wants to find out what this coast item is, so he's going to try to do a screen scroll over there to find out some information early on. He's going to do an up and A. We find out that it's going to be the boomerang. All right, get back to talking.
Yep, that's going to be no part of Fury's plans, and when Slidick sees that, he will not want to make any plans to pick up that wooden boomerang either. It's a good item to have early on, and we see that our blue candle and our blue ring are the standard prices, but we do have a 15% markup on bombs, 23 rupees for a 4-pack.
Yeah, of course. Bombs are expensive. They always are when you need them.
Speaking of which...
How about a nice expensive heart?
Yeah, not only that, I don't know if he's caught it on Slidick's side, but he unfortunately discovered one of our 7 medium secrets, and it is a paltry 28 rupees that Fury also just discovered. So already we are dealing with the possibility of a poverty seed.
Yeah, well, that's usually what happens with the Second Quest Overworld because of what you were saying about the one large secret. And Fury is going to buy some bombs.
I certainly don't disagree with him.
Can't farm for them, so might as well go ahead and pick some up at this point, because you might be able to lay down a bomb and get one on the number 1 part of your counter.
Yep, that's right. Knowing that global counter is very essential. What is it, 1, 3, and 8?
1, 6, and 8, actually. So going
okay.
here to the graveyard, going to find a money-making game. 28 rupees, thinking, nah, I don't want to lose my rupees at this point, so I'm not going to go ahead and play. But this is the move that I thought that Fury was making when he did the rap, is that I thought he was going to head on over towards where the grave almost was to check that, but he just decided to check what the coast item is for some information. Now, Fury's in a level, and one of the things that Fury has made mention in many streams that he's in chat for, also in commentary, he early knows. He finds out fast what level he's in. Now, this one was easy. It's level 8.
Yep, that's because there are 4 rooms on that first row. When you see 4 rooms on that first row, you know it's going to be level 8, which means there's going to be 2 items there. But without any kind of weapon, Fury can't do much exploration. Well, Slidick has found a sword, but not the sword that he's looking for. That's the magical sword. You need anywhere between 10 and 14 hearts to pick it up, so we'll see if these runners come back there, but I highly doubt it. That might be a second door repair. That's not a door repair penalty. That is the hint that would tell us either what the white sword item is, or based on the fact that magical sword is there, it's probably the hint for the magical sword once they find the book.
Well, of course. Well, I get a hint that would actually give you some beneficial information. So Fury has now head in here to the bomb spot here, gets himself 28 more rupees, so his decision to go ahead and buy some bombs is paying off some dividends, but ooh, the blue Octoroks have rolled high on the HP shuffle, and of course you can't get bombs reliably off enemies that are more than 4 HP like that.
And there's a secret at start, and there's our small secret. It's 11 rupees, so a little bit above the vanilla amount. So far, it's kind of average money, but I'm still going to say it's below average, because when you see that medium secret in Randomizer, it's anywhere between 25 and 40 rupees. You want to see a medium secret that's at least in the 32, 33 range, if not more. So seeing it as 28, yeah, we're still dealing with potential poverty seed.
Yeah, well, we'll find out when we get to the large secret if we even do. Slidick is in level 8. He's going to find this shutter door really fast. He's not going to be able to do a whole lot about this level as Fury heads to level 1. So this wood sword still eluding our runners at the 430 mark. It's looking like we're going to be seeing some of the Eastern Hyrule look. We do know that the Armos item is going to be over there at this point.
Yeah, that is correct. And right now, these guys are definitely looking for some kind of weaponry here. A bonus cave, the wood sword obviously is what they're really hoping for. Some levels. Now, other things that are happening during these flags here, you saw on Slidick's side those flashing ropes. Those are super ropes. In the second quest, they by default have 4
They're not
HP.
super to me.
I know they're not super to you, but that's what we call them. 4 HP is what they have. Ooh, there's the letter pickup behind that Armo statue for FurySK, so he can show that to the potion shop merchant, and hopefully the prices are right, considering that we're not dealing with much money at this point. Now, what I was mentioning is that they normally have 1 HP in first quest, but in the second quest, they have 4 HP, and that brings me to the segue here that enemies can be shuffled plus or minus 4 their original base value. So we could see 8 HP.
Red Ring is the Armos item!
That is humongous. Fury, the first to find the Armo statue item, the red ring. That is going to quadruple his defense. That damage is now down to 1/4 the base value. That's a great pick up there for Fury. And now he gets a take it, and he'll get the candle. So far things are looking up for Fury, but Slidick is hot on his trail. So as long as he doesn't take an unfortunate overworld death, he's going to get his red ring too.
Yeah, this would be a really bad place to end up taking a death. And you do see Fury testing the moblins. It's always a good decision to do so because sometimes you can get an enemy that rolls 1 HP, and it's always nice to know if the bomb dropper is 1 HP.
Now, people in chat are wondering why Fury has blue mail on, even though he just picked up the red ring. That's a sprite-to-color swap that these runners can use.
He put on the wrong clothes, Laws.
Did he put on the wrong clothes? I guess he did.
Yeah, he is. He's wearing the light blue clothes. His wardrobe engineer gave him the wrong clothes to put on.
Must have given him the Cubs uniform instead of the Cardinals uniform. Jeez, these darn manufacturers, they got to get their things straight, Rick.
That's what you call wardrobe malfunctions.
It is a world malfunction indeed. As now Fury has discovered that Lord Banana is the ladder item on the coast, and I highly doubt he's good. He already knew that. It's Slidick that doesn't know that right now.
Yeah, Slidick is heading in the wrong direction at this point, and this is one of the things that I liked from Fury. Though Slidick does find the wood sword fast and furious here, but that's one of the things that, you know that the Armos is a free item, and you've already deduced it down to being at the forest Armos spots. Why not head there first before you end up checking these spots here in the northeast?
Fury just found a door propelling. It looks to be pretty steep. I didn't catch what the amount was, but it looked to be pretty high there. It might have even been the maximum. And do the math here. It's 23, I think. Or is it 21? 21 or 23. It's a lot.
I think it was 23. I think it was 23, but we'll get some confirmation when Fury hits here. 31 down to 10.
It is 21. Yep.
That's 21.
21 rupees. So that's 210 rupees in door repair penalties that these runners are going to try to avoid if they can. Now, of course, we found a couple of them early. No! And Slidick takes the death to the blue levers before he can get to the red ring.
That is why what Fury did is he scouted out that Armos item, and that got him over there quickly to make sure that he was able to pick it up. Now, unfortunately, for Slidick, who knows how long it's going to take for him to get back over there.
Exactly, and sometimes that's what deaths can do, costly deaths in the overworld or costly deaths in dungeons. These deaths can route you. Sometimes they can route you to the right way, but in this case, it's probably going to route Slidick the wrong direction. And he may not see the red ring until, who knows, maybe the 30-minute mark, but we'll see what happens.
And there's Fury getting lucky with a bomb drop. Of course he gets lucky. I mean, it happened in the last race, and part of that was why he's playing Slidick here in this race. Now, you mentioned earlier about these runners being in this round of 16 with a berth into the quarterfinals on the line. Guess what? That means they could be the second runner to get to play with those fancy Elite 8 flags. Oh boy!
That's right, the brand new Elite 8 flags where things become even harder for these runners, and we will get to that once that part of the bracket stages comes into play. But you thought things were getting crazy now with the second quest enemies, you know, the red and blue bubbles, the super ropes, the Stalfos that shout the Lionel's beams that do 2 hearts of damage. It's going to get even crazier after that round into the Elite 8 and beyond.
Make it stop.
I know, right? Well, Fury's going to head for the waterfall, but look out. There's some blue Lionels there, and he wants no part of it. He's going to hope that this screen has... Of course, it's going to be a bunch of red Lionels.
Yeah, but at least these ones only do 1 heart damage with the normal, but being red ring, this is no problem at all.
Right, and this is the Take Any Road, so we're going to find out where these Take Any Roads lead us. One of them towards the center of the map. That's not too bad.
Yeah, that's okay. Let's see where this one goes. And that's not getting any better. It would be really nice if one popped up over close to where these two start, because of how long it takes to transverse from the left side of the map to the right side of the map. And unfortunately, we didn't get that with these any roads.
Yeah, the any modes were meh. I've seen worse, but obviously I've seen better any roads than that. But Slick's now going to take another death. Back to the start he goes.
And he could really use that red ring at this point. That's 2 deaths he did not need to take.
Well, you're absolutely right about that, Rick. And Fury now down to his last half heart as those blue Lionels are giving him the business here. Even with the red ring, you're still losing a half a heart when you get hit by those beams. Is able to skirt by the orange Lionel right there, and he'll escape.
Yeah, nice of that Lionel to decide that it's going to walk on the staircase tile that popped up in the water because of the any road.
Yeah, absolutely right. So Fury now is going to check the Spectacle Rock space, but of course in second quest that is unbombable, so he's going to check the medicine shop that would normally be there. What do we have? We have got an expensive bait shop. That's nothing doing for Fury.
We've only found 1 level at 11 minutes in. Where are our stinking levels?
I wonder if 7 of them are recorder blocked. That would be crazy. I don't think that's going to be the case, though. At least one of them is going to be recorder blocked. The way this is shaping up so far, we're probably going to see both the power bracelet and the recorder come into play, because in second quest, first quest, you only have the 4 power bracelet spots and just the 1 recorder spot in Recorder Lake. But here in second quest, you have plenty more options to choose from.
Are you trying to drive our runners to drink?
If it's Pepsi or Coke, yes, because the little secret here is that I am being sponsored by those two. No, I'm just kidding, obviously. There's a door per penalty for Slidick.
We don't know how much the Pepsi nor the Coke would cost at this point. Fury could let us know if he decided he was going to show the letter, but unfortunately he has decided not to. But hey, we found ourselves another level. And this one here with a start position of there. This could be 3 or this could be 1, but judging on where that Triforce is in that room, that looks like level 3.
If he pauses the screen and shows us where that Triforce is, we'll get an idea of what level it is. It's 3.
Yep. The reason why is because level 1's placement of the items are going to be a little more towards the right. Now, Slick finally gets the red ring, but you know Slick at this point is wishing he could have had that about 5 minutes earlier. And we now find out 48 and 55 rupees are the prices. So this, Laz?
Without a doubt, it's a Coke seed. Yeah, buy a Pepsi, get the Coke for just 7 rupees. So yeah, a very good price on the red potions there, and a not so good price on the blue potions. So he's going to try his luck against the County Fair Cuties here. Got to be careful now. Of course, he's only going to lose half a heart when he gets popped, but they still take a lot of hits.
And I think these rolled high. They normally are 10 HP, and I think they rolled high on this seed. So level 3 has 1 item. It's going to be down a staircase, but also nice to try to get through here to find out. Maybe you can get yourself some keys, because remember, we know where another level is. It's level 1. There's the clock right there. So Fury knows a couple of things at this point. First of all, he's going to get through this room. And secondly, he's at number 7 on the global kill counter.
Oh my gosh, that must have been at least 13 hits for those Poles voices. They, for all we know, and I wasn't really counting religiously to myself, but that might have been a maximum 14 HP Poles voice there.
Well, that's the power of the plus or minus 4 on the HP. You know, this is what's so evil about this flag site. Here's the extra 2 HP that it gets shuffled. And if the enemies get a +4 instead of the -4, well, guess what? Goodbye. And hey, we find ourselves a penalty. But guess what? Fury has 3 hearts, so he could opt, if he wanted to, find out what's in those rooms to the left, decide that he's going to go and use up the heart and be in zombie-link status, but he's not going to do that at this point. He wants to see what's over here on the right, but unfortunately, we find ourselves a couple of key doors. One to the left, which is the room he's already explored, and one to the right that he wants to explore.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to check that mugger room until he exhausts all of his options first. Because, yeah, if you're going to find a mugger room and one of the choices is to leave your life, do it when you have 3 hearts. Because, yes, as you mentioned, you go into zombie link stretch. You go to 0 hearts. You stay alive, and anything that does damage, you get hit by it, you are down for the count. But, yeah, oh boy, he may have to explore that option now as he finds a double river room.
This surprises me that Fury wants to go to the room to the right over taking the penalty at this point. But he's going to find out, first of all, oh, that's nice. The buyers do get killed by bombs, which means they didn't roll high on the HP shuffle.
Yeah, for all we know, they might have rolled neutral, maybe -1, maybe -2. And there's the heart container that is going to give Fury some extra life.
I would not have picked that up just yet.
Yeah.
And again, this all comes down to the door repair penalty, or rather the mugger room, because now this room could be the item room. But if that item room is to the left and he picks up that heart container, now he has either to give up that heart or give up the 55 rupees.
He doesn't have 55 rupees to spare at the moment. He only has 36. Now, obviously, Pole's voices are in the money-dropping group, but I would not want to be farming Pole's voices just to get a few rupees to pay the toll. So whether, that was just an error on his part, maybe he saw the heart and just instinctually grabbed it, who knows?
Nice time to get a fairy drop, though, because that means he can take care of this Pole's voice from a little far until he gave it a hug. I mean, I know that bunnies are cute and you want to hug them, but not in this game.
Now, Slidick just found
it's not a staircase! Oh!
Of course.
Full.
Go figure, Rick. Of course it's a red herring. The game knows. Slidick, meanwhile, found his second take in a cave, decided to pick up the heart container, so now both of our runners have a 1 in 3 chance of picking up whatever the white sword item is, if they can find it.
No, the game doesn't know laws. The game just wants to be a jerk.
Yeah, exactly. So now he's going to have to fork over his heart that he just picked up, and he just realizes, oh, what a dumb mistake I just made. I could have forked that heart right there, gone to zombie stress. This will not be the staircase because of that shorter drawer to the south, so
he'll have to... He can do a Canana key if he sets this up right.
And that's what he may be looking for right now. Slidick's still trying to look for levels here, and this has been a problem for both of our runners, and we're almost 18 minutes into this run, and we still have only seen 2 levels. This is a tough one for these runners so far, and these 2 are pretty good runners, both in their own right. There's the map, which
and unfortunately, I think Fury just realized what he could have done there, but there's the staircase. He gets bailed out. Slidick finds a green level that we haven't seen yet. This could be... trying to figure out. This could be one.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, that's a recorder for Fury. That's a nice find.
That's a great find. That is going to open up several more spots in Hyrule for Fury. So even though it costs him that heart container, he does have full transportation. Any level he beats, he can go back to that location. And, of course, all of those recorder spots are now open to Fury. What level do you think this is, Rick?
Well... At this point, I think there might be a room to the south, but I think this is one that Slidick is in. Yes, it is. And you can see the key on the bottom of this room with the blocks here. Level 1 is the only level that will have a drop on that bottom part of that level.
Yep. Now, Fury's back into level 8. He's dealing with these super ropes here. And
they're now looking like they're super duper ropes as they keep bouncing back. That's the most annoying mechanic about the ropes is the fact that they like to bounce back. And so Slidick is hoping he can find some bombs because he's blocked off from a couple of rooms by a bomb wall at this point. And Fury's finding some whiz ropes, and that's always fun.
Well, Rick, if there's any doubt in anybody's mind, whether it be in the chat or here in the commentator's booth, you can erase those out. That's clearly level 1. Uh-oh.
I'm not convinced.
Yeah, this is level 8. Yeah, if back in the first tournament when Jamie Eveler was doing all of the heavy duty work with the with the races here, we'd have a little fun regarding level 8, which is where Fury is in right now. It says, this is where level 8 is, and Jam would be saying, you're not convinced? I'm not convinced either, so what the heck am I thinking? Oh, Slidick takes a death in level 1. I guess those blue land moles, even with the red ring, a little bit too hot to handle.
Yeah, he tried doing some candle strats, but unfortunately he couldn't kill them off with a single candle. But Slidick is going to continue on through here. He does have a chance to get some bombs off these red Gorillas. He does. So now he has the possibility perhaps exploring more of this level 8 once he gets done with this. Now the problem with what happened with Fury here with his issue with the Gleeok in level 8 is that he has to redo this room with the super rooms.
Yep, because once you go so many rooms out of that area, those ropes are going to respawn. So yeah, he's going to have to do that room again. So hopefully, for his sake, he doesn't take either an untimely death or up in it, because that room just seems like a pain in the buns.
Now, at least it's nice that it does appear that the Staphos, as well as the Wall Masters, rolled up 1 on the HP shuffle. So that's definitely going to make it easier to try to tackle this room here. Nice Kanana key by Fury. Now he pulls it off right there. But that Goma says, "You Kanana key, buddy? Guess what? I'm not going to let you pass."
Yep. Out of the frying pan and into the fire. Well, Slidick was able to dodge those red bubbles here in level 1 and is able to pick up the key from that Gibdo. So now he's got 3 keys, and I still hate the book.
Fury gave one of the old men the "How do you do" for saying that statement by
I would
sword
too.
beam, but unfortunately Fury has now found out that it does appear that part of this level is going to be blocked off by the staircase, so it's a segmented staircase in that fashion. Now, Slick's back in this room here. This has the potential of being a drop room, and he's trying to tackle one of these Lamola so that it's dead, so he can leave the room, come back in, and collect the prize, but it's not playing nice. There we go. Don't go for that, Fairy. Don't go for that, Fairy.
Trap.
Just get out.
That was a trap. Good job by Slidick not to fall into the temptation of Sprite there, and he gets rewarded with a key. He's now got 4 keys. He'll spend 1 right here to explore the rest of this level 1. There is the Aquamentus room.
Yeah, with the keys inside, and nice of the keys rolled at either 0 or 1 HP or lower than that. We do see what the Triforce is in this level 8, but Fury wants to see both items in this level 8. It's not going to leave just yet. And it would be really nice if Slidick had some bombs, but without those bombs, he can't really do a whole lot. And yes, bomb out of the room, the Triforce, to get the room with the compass.
Go figure. In any event, though, it doesn't look like he's going to need the bombs. Instead, he's going to find an old man saying, "I still hate the book again." He has not found the staircase item, nor has he found the item on the ground. He's going to give this room a shot. Unfortunately, these are very strong gels that have split from these Zols.
Yeah, the Zols themselves split into 3 HP gels.
Oh, that is just ugly, as Fury is going to go ahead and pick up the Triforce here in level 8. That is going to be his second Triforce piece, but not many items have been discovered. We had the recorder for FurySK in level 3, but apart from that, and the red ring for both of our runners, not too much in terms of inventory so far.
And thank you very much for the item recap at the 22-minute mark. We'll check in with you once again at the 52-minute mark with another check of the traffic of this seed.
Let's hope it's not just 4 items like I'm thinking. Well, there's a key, so still have not found any of the items. That means all of the items are in the bottom part of that level 1.
Yeah, but at least now he has keys to make this a investment that he can go and do. As Slidick is going to head down in that direction. Fury is investigating Candle Row at 53 rupees in hand. Can't buy those arrows just yet.
Look at the price of those wooden arrows. 2 away from the maximum at 98 rupees. Youch. So, yeah, money is tight in the seed, and now he's got the orange lemons that he's just going to play with for a little bit, but now he's going to see if we can find the item. Here's Maldorms. Let's see if we can find them. Another take any for Fury Power Bracelet.
It is the croissant, or as we call it, power bracelet. So the staircase room is to the left. Fury has no interest in killing those things, and Fury is going to go into this room here, one of the recorder spots in the second quest, and finds out that it is one of the potion shops. As Slidick here in this room kills off these Gria.
Let's find out what our prize is.
Item in level 1, the second item. Hey, that's a nice find.
That's a magnificent find there for Slidick. So now any ladder blocks that he might have had in later levels, those are coming to an end. And Fury will discover the same situation here. He's in level 1 also.
Yes, Fury has not identified this as level 1 just yet, as you could see him bombing that room. And so Fury's going to do a little bit more investigating. Going to go and now check this out. I think now Fury will get the idea that he's in level 1.
Yeah.
So Slidick here with his new investment of the power bracelet is going to be checking this spot up here. This is where the magical sword is. In second quest, this little arrow spot.
Right you are.
It marks a merchant man saying, "I still hate the book," with a chance for you to give up 10 rupees for the chance to win. Well,
maybe 75. I think 75 is the maximum, I want to say, but he wants no part of Arrowhead Casino, so Slidick will go elsewhere. Fury's still searching here in level 1. The good thing about this level 1, we know that level 1 tends to be one of those locked door laden dungeons, but there are plenty of keys for Slidick to discover. He came out on the positive end, so Fury should have no trouble with the keys. Unfortunately, he's going to get bopped by that red bubble.
Is Arrowhead Casino just down the road from Arrowhead Stadium?
No, it's not in Kansas City, as far as I'm concerned.
How do you know? Have you been to Kansas City?
I have actually not been to Kansas City. I've been to St. Louis, but I have not been to Kansas City before. It'd be nice. I'd like to go once.
Well, you should take the left turn in Albuquerque.
Right. In any event, Slidick's going to take those any roads back to this dangerous Lionel spot. 2.5 hearts to his name. Fury, meanwhile, looks like he's doing the same full clear. It's looking like that Slidick had to do. I mean, who can blame him? I mean, that bottom part is, very linear, but Fury wants to check the more branched out areas of level 1. Unfortunately, he's going to get some keys, but he's not going to get what he's looking for.
So Slidick is going to be checking these 2 spots, these 2 second quest spots that are considered by a river. Gonna look at a guide here to make sure he bombs the right spot. Chooses this one. This is not a level, but it is, well, a door repair charge that says, "I still hate the book."
Well, I believe that's normal in second quest. I believe there is a door repair penalty behind a river bomb wall, and that's just another expensive bait shop, so nothing doing there for Slidick either. So we're now almost 30 minutes in. We've only found 3 levels, which means we're probably going to find the other 5 or 6 like in a span of 15, 20 minutes.
Well, these runners have not really explored Death Mountain, so there's a possibility that we could see it at that point. Slidick's going to go check what we consider the forgotten spot. It's because it's very annoying to get to. If you don't have the ladder, it's a little easier when you do have the ladder. But this time around, it contains the other hint shop. Now, that 10 rupee secret is nice and juicy, but without the book, you can't really do much with it.
Yeah, that's right. The book acts as a double-edged sword. People before this tournament would avoid the book like the plague, because what it does is when you have the wand attached to it, anytime it makes contact with the enemy or walls, it bursts into flames. While that could be useful to act as a long-range candle, especially against Gibdos and Lanmolas, it's more of a hindrance than a help, because A, you can take your own damage with the candle flames, and B, it makes doing that wand and sword trick on patches a little bit more trickier.
So Slidick ends up popping back into level A. Now I wonder why Fury was unable to get both items out of here. Was it a possibility of him finding himself blocked off by the
Gliok
ladder blocks? That's what I was going to say. I see Fury here, and here's the problem with what's going on with Fury. You notice that he is at this point furiously just trying to kill things with the bombs. He's still cursed. And I think I just noticed one thing about this level 1. I have not seen any blue bubbles in there.
Is there a situation where you can have a level with only red bubbles and no blue bubbles? I thought there is now. Wow.
Like if you have a level small like level 1, you could end up with that situation, and I think we had that scenario unfolding us here in this level 1. Now, thankfully, Fury killed off one of those Moldorms, so he was able to leave and come back in to get the power bracelet. So he got everything out of there. And you notice he also saved and quit at that point, or rather just did the up and A and saved. because what that does is that is one of the many ways you can get rid of the curse. And you're going to see Fury pick up a potion. Why is that, lads?
That's another reason you can rid yourself of the red bubble curse is by drinking a potion. The other 3 ways is either to touch a Triforce piece, touch a blue bubble, or fill up at a fairy fountain. So FurySK has all the bases down. He did that quick trick that you had mentioned earlier, and as an extra insurance policy, he bought the potion. In addition of getting rid of that red bubble curse, it does refill all of your health, and he can drink it twice.
Ooh, come on, Slidick. Down to one of these heads remaining. The problem is he's down to a half a heart, and I think he's got one more hit he can take to a fireball, but that's it. And then he'll be, no, he's not, he's dead.
Oh, tough break there for Slidick. So back to the start he goes, and yeah, just an OP 4-headed Gliok there. You really don't want to face off that fight with just 4 hearts and the wood sword, because normally it's 10 hits for the first hit and 6 hits for each head afterwards. So it's at least 28 hits if it
okay, it's a magical boomerang. I was gonna say, did Fury at all go into this room the first time he was in this level 8?
I don't know if he did.
And we have ourselves a high 5.
Yeah, they're both in level 8 right now, so they're pretty much following each other's footsteps right now. But yeah, you're talking about at least 28 hits with the wood sword on that 4-headed Gliok. And if it rolled high on the HP, like, good luck, they'll need it.
So one of the interesting things that we're seeing in this run here is that both of them got done with the rope room pretty fast. This is interesting. We could go ahead and analyze their movement through these rooms at the same time.
Except Slick is going to pick up a key, whereas Fury is not, because Fury already got that key, and Slidick is going to find the double old men room right about now, and we'll see if he gives the old man the same treatment that FurySK did. Now I'm going to spare him. Soft.
Okay, so Fury heads into this corridor staircase, unable to do anything with it. Slidick finds out he can't bomb to the left, and he's going to go and try this room now.
Uh-oh, we've got red bubbles. He's going to try to save his keys. He's able to get through it without touching the bubble, and nope, that is not our bait block. That's just a room full of stopples, and there's those beams that they're shooting that would do 2 hearts of damage, but luckily both of our runners have the red ring, so it'll only do half a heart damage. Slick finding that same transport staircase, but not going to take it.
Yeah, he's going to be going into the room with the Triforce in just a moment. One room to the north would give that to him. Finds there's a golem that he can't really do much about at this point, and here is that second item of level 8, Magical Boomerang being the first. What is the second one? Get in there, Fury, find out for us what this item is.
BAM!
Well, that's nice. It's a light sword. It doubles your offensive power.
That's a very nice item that Fury just found. Slidick will be able to find that same item. And yes, what we have seen with high HP enemies, yeah, that is definitely going to get some relief for these runners. 2 HP of damage every time you strike enemies with it. Good find.
So when you end up getting the sword like that, and Slidick is running in the wrong direction to get to this sword, he's coming in the direction of what appears to be heading towards the staircase. I think he's just trying to figure out where things are in this level 8 anyway. So Fury's about to find out the magical boomerang. Now, Fury's one of those proponents of the magical boomerang, but at 33 minutes in, do you think he really cares about this magical boomerang?
Nope, because, well, he's changed his mind. He thought about doing the up and A, but it looks like he's going to go ahead and pick it up. No, he's going to burn it!
Whoa! Melted metal!
That surprised the heck out of me. So we've got roasted blueberry plantains on Fury's side. I was not expecting that move, Rick.
Well, I don't know if we can call that his favorite item now.
We'll have to see what he says about that when we get him for the interview after the race here. But both of our runners are now out of level 8. Unfortunately, Slidick does not come away with either the Triforce or the White Sword.
Yeah, he may be thinking that he is going blocked or maybe something else. Either that or maybe he got himself cursed and just didn't want to go back into the room that had the blue bubbles. But nonetheless, we do see Slidick picking up the potion as well. And so Fury walks right by while Slick's down hiding in the hole.
Yep, and both of our runners, they've pretty much been giving each other high fives. Here's the new level.
No, this is 3. We saw this for Fury earlier.
Yes, it's been a while since we've even seen level 3. Yeah, there's that free Triforce. So let's see if that's what he decides to go. He's going to go ahead and pick it up. Let's see if he decides to go back in.
Well, you might as well. And we find a recorder block to level over here. This has the possibility of being level 6, based on its start position, based on the first couple of rooms that we're seeing. And so, yep, this is more and more likely that this is level 6, and Slick's going to get the bad news about these Pole's Voice right now about, oh, they're a little strong.
Yep, they had a lot of carrots. They must have gotten a nice shipment from Acme Company, and when I mean Acme, I mean Bugs Bunny.
What's up, Doc?
Exactly, right? So, Fury here in level 6, so there's another transport staircase in addition to the staircase that's going to have our item here. And
the room that he just walked right by has the potential of being one, but he was cursed. And so therefore, I think he's cursed.
Yeah, we've
he
seen
might be cursed.
Boy, these red bubbles have just... I've done a lot of these races already in the bracket stages, and generally the bubbles have left our runners alone. That has not been the case tonight, Rick. We've seen a lot of red bubbles without blue bubbles to go with them.
So here's Fury finding a diamond staircase. He's going to try to do a bufferless block clip. So he's going to try to get in there. He does do the bufferless clip. He finds the staircase and watch it pull him right into that room with the Pole's Voice. Nope, didn't call it. No. Sorry.
Which means
now watch that means that Pole's Voice room is probably the item.
And more red bubbles with no blue bubbles in sight. I gotta tell you, I've never seen a seed, and this is still only 36 minutes in, Rick, but I have never seen a seed be red bubble heavy with very few blue bubbles to bail you out.
Oh, the blue bubbles are probably in level 9.
Exactly! The great equalizer itself, and I'm guessing we're going to see no red bubbles in level 9 because of it. As Slick finds the reverse C. Yep, we still do hate the book here.
So Fury's forced to use up his potion at this point because he's so deep in this level 6 that he doesn't want to do an up and a. So he's going to do that so he can kill these Pole's Voice. And this is going to be something that is nice to him. He finds out, oh, it's the Triforce. Get it.
That's nice. Good pick up there. That is already Fury's 4th Triforce piece. He's got a 2 Triforce advantage right now on Slidick. This is interesting.
But we don't know where level 9 is.
Yep, we don't. For all we know, Rick, it could be Raft Block, but he's going back to 6.
You watch your mouth.
Hey, you gotta like these chain reaction seeds where one item leads to another, and you never know. I'm waiting for that level 9 to be Power Bracelet Block from the raft that is needed to get to level 9. I'm waiting for that chain reaction. Why not?
Because I want the raft to be in level 9 that's hiding level 7 that has the bow.
Ah, you want the chain? You want the double dip of level 9? Hey. Let's go double or nothing. Let's do the triple dip of level 9, like that one race we had at the weekly showcase that we had a couple of weeks ago, where runners had to actually triple dip at the level 9 because the bow and silver arrows, neither of them were 9. They were both power bracelet blocked.
So Fury has drank this potion, so now he's really hoping that these Pole's Voice are hiding the item. He would really love it, because he got cursed once again in that room prior to them. So let's see if that is going to be the case.
Well, we're going to find out, of course. These double block rooms, as we have seen already in this seed, they have the tendency of being red herrings. Let's find out if this is going to be a reward for Fury or just another zonk. It's a zonk!
It is a Price is Right failure horn.
Indeed. So he's going to have to find that staircase elsewhere. Slidick gets a nice clock drop, so he'll be able to take down these orange Dark Nuts. He's just a room away from his prize, the recorder. So he has 2 Triforce pieces. He's going to have the recorder, the power bracelet, and the ladder. And right now, other than Triforces, this is an even race in terms of inventory, except, of course, the white sword.
Yeah, and the white sword is something that Slidick could really use at this point, but it's going to be a question whether or not he returns to level 8. So we're going to go ahead and do a little bit more exploration. Slidick will come across level 6 in due time because he's just around the corner, and Fury popping in here sees that it is not the item in here.
And that was a very close call. Fury almost got hit by those red bubbles again, but he was able to get through that bomb hole before the red bubbles could touch him.
All right, Slick is going to go ahead and hit the recorder a couple of times. Wonder exactly where he's going. He's heading in to the second quest spot here, close to start. Also, Fire's going down at 2 HP. That is an extremely nice find.
Well, you bet, because they normally have 4 HP, so yeah, the nice relief there. So you can get bombs off of those fires with just the tap of a white sword. And here's another double block room. This time it's just harmless gels here. With the white sword, he's able to take these down here. Let's see if he's going to find his prize or if it's another red herring. Another red herring, of course.
Red herring. By the way, you know when I said earlier about us finding the raft at level 9? Hey, look at, you see what those things are on Fury's screen?
Oh my god, blue bubbles exist! Somebody slap me! Blue bubbles exist!
Okay, sure thing, Laws.
Pow! Right in the kisser. There's the
right.
item. And 10 rupees to boot. Let's see if this item is worth Fury's while. What do we have? We have got the book.
Well,
Oh,
that's not a bad item to find, considering the fact that we know where both of the hint shops are. Slidick goes and checks the desert. So we have not seen where level 9 is just yet. So level 9 is still eluding us, and we need to know where level 9 is in order to get ourselves to the final goal. Because getting 5 Triforces is great in this flag set, but it doesn't mean anything when you don't know where level 9 is.
there's another problem that Fury has. Even though he's got the book, he really can't do much in terms of purchasing hints because he's only got 2 red rupees to his name. Or 1 red rupee to his name, 2 yellows.
Well, maybe we'll find large secrets soon. That wasn't it. That's 11 rupees.
Yeah, Slidick's got 53 rupees on his side of the board. Yeah, we still have not found the large secret. For all we know, it could be Raft Block. It could be one of those 2 docks, one where vanilla level 4 is and one on the east coast. Fury sees another potion shop. Nothing.
I was going to point this out. We haven't seen the white sword item yet, and it could very well be that could be wrap blocked, for all we know.
And it very well could be guarded by Recorder Lake here, where vanilla level 3 is in second quest. Do we have anything here? It's a level!
It is a level inside, and we got ourselves a top start
Oh!
position. And 65 rupees being the large secret, which you're groaning about.
Oh,
that
that
is a
is
beautiful
a killer.
find, but probably not for these runners at this point.
No, because 65 rupees, yeah, this is definitely a deluxe poverty seed confirmed. Yikes, so...
By the way, Slidick's in level 4.
Alright, so he is going to be looking for the one item behind a staircase. It is the last of the dungeons that does not have a transport staircase, so... This should be a relatively easy level 4 for Slidick. He knows where the Triforce is, and he's just now looking for that staircase that's going to give him his item. And right now, the way things are going at this point, we have White Sword and Red Ring for Fury, and we have not seen many heart containers. Magical Sword's definitely off the table for both of these runners, especially Fury, who's only 1 Triforce piece away, but he's still a bow and silver arrow short of defeating the beast.
Very seldom would Magical Sword be in play at all in this black set. As Slidick is trying to bomb, I don't think Slidick has identified this as level 4 just yet, based on the way he's bombing. So he's going to grab this Triforce, and that's when he'll find out that this was indeed level 4 that he's in. As we're getting some exploration of Death Mountain, which is the first time we've seen that, and Fury, who has just realized that the large secret is not really worth all that much, has picked up the red potion instead. So yeah, Magical Sword is not something you're going to see a lot of times. And guess what we just found? Level 9.
Level 9, and painted by Zelda herself. It's the Pepto-Bismol scheme, so Fury now knows exactly where level 9 is. That is a great find. And yeah, I totally 100% agree with Fury's play of picking up the red potion instead of that heart container. You know you have found the large secret. You know you want to buy those hints. It's the right move.
So Fury up here is taking a lot of damage by these Lionels. He's trying to get some bombs, but this probably isn't the time to go farm them for bombs, especially when you got these right here. And hey, there's another level up here. So guess what? Fury is just around the corner from level 9, and him being in this level right here, this could be the equation that gets him into level 9 right here. He's going to still try to do some farming for bombs. By the way, that's level 7.
Also, it is not level 4 that we initially thought on Slidick's side.
No,
or
Slidick's in 4, Fury's in 7.
Fury. Oh, so Fury is in 33 rooms of pure torture, and this could be the turning point of the race either way, Rick, because if the silver arrows or the bow are in these levels, it'd be something. What if both of those items were in both of these levels? This would be nuts.
Well, we know Fury's going to 9 after this. He gets the Triforce in here. He's bolting to 9, which is just around the corner. Gliok returns along the river. That's old news.
Now, what gives you the idea that Fury would not go after another Triforce in hopes of getting the bow or the silver arrows? Let's say bow and silver arrows are not here in 7. You still think he makes the play for 9?
Well, you're already up here at Death Mountain. Now, you do have the recorder, which will probably make your decision a little easier, but I'm thinking at this point, you kind of need to start considering going into level 9, at least to get some information.
Uh-oh.
And there's the Triforce right there. So Fury's going to be forced to grabbing this, and based on his reaction, he did not want to see the Triforce there.
No.
Because that's almost unavoidable. You have to do some clipping, furious clipping in order to do so. And that's a key that Slidick's going to want.
Okay.
So right now, Fury's going to go ahead. He's going to farm up some bombs again. Probably pop back into the 7. And
we thought about saying no.
Let's see if he really wants to explore the 7 or not. But he is qualified now to get into level 9.
Absolutely. This is a very dicey situation. We have a lot of items, Rick. A ton of items that are not accounted for. I am counting 7 items. Make it 6.
That's the heart container in level 4. Not what Slidick wants to see, but at least it's getting another item off the table. So now Fury, here's what Fury is doing, by the way. He hasn't found level 2. He hasn't found level 4. Those are 2 easy levels to explore. So Fury might be making the rounds up here on Death Mountain, checking these spots before he goes into level 9. Oh,
white sword item.
The white sword item. That gets another item off the table.
Ooh, we could have the situation where both the bow and the silver arrows are in level 9. I'll tell you what, now that we've discovered these a bonanza of items here, Rick, let's do an item recap here.
No.
Level 1 had no. Why not?
No, because just no.
You want to wait?
Okay. We haven't found the most important item of all.
The silver arrows.
That's right. Or the red candle. I mean, I don't know.
Or the bow.
Or the bow, yeah, of course.
Or the raft.
Time to go to level 9.
The
okay, now as Fury goes into level 9, let's do the item recap.
You got it. Level 1 had the power bracelet and the ladder. Level 2, we have not discovered the location of that yet. Level 3 has the recorder. Level 4, the heart container. We have not even found level 5 yet. Level 6 had the book. We don't know what's in level 7. Level 8, the magical boomerang and the white sword. Armor statue item is the red ring. The ladder item of the course is Lord Banana, and the white sword item is the wand. That's a transport staircase for Fury. That means we have 5 items that are left unclaimed. The red candle, the magical key, the bow, the silver arrows, and the raft.
How raft could still come into play, especially considering the fact that we still have not found level 5. So level 5 is still MIA. Fury's digging through this level 9. He wants to get some information. We could get some information by way of the old man. He could tell us, hey, the silvers are not here. Or the silvers are in X portion of this dungeon. Here's another staircase. We're going to see Fury duck into here. Try to get some information.
And so he's going to get
this is not what he wants to find.
Now he's going to lose 21 rupees. That's one of the 10 door repair penalties. So Fury will also want to be listening for the roar of Ganon, because if he hears Ganon, he is one room away, north, south, east, or west. Of course, without the bow and silver arrows, you can't do anything to take down the beast. He can also find a room with a single shutter door. If he full clears that room, that shutter door does not open. He has found the location of Zelda. So in addition to those 2 items, he is going to be wanting to find the location of both the pig and the princess.
And I'll tell you what, finding out... Hey, we found level 5. Never mind.
All right, so level 5 has been found on Slidick's side. And once again, Rick, this could be a turning point in this race.
So level 5 is right here, located at second quest level 4. As Fury continues to explore this level 9, finds another transport staircase, one of the 6 transport sets you're going to see, and we still try to figure out where exactly the bow and silver arrows are going to be.
Of course, that spot is one of the power bracelet spots in second quest, level 4 in second quest. So both of our runners are set in that aspect. They both do have the power bracelet. So if Fury does not find both the bow and the silver arrows here in level 9, that could be a potential stop for him.
But we know if Fury's going to stick around. Oh, we found out some information.
Oh, shoot!
No, what's in this room next to the shoot room? You see that
Guess
door
what?
that doesn't open?
It didn't open. That means Fury has found the location of Princess Zelda. So he is in a very good spot right now in terms of the exploration of this level 9. And wouldn't it be something if this was Ganon's room? No, it's not. Not with that open door.
Not with that open door. Not with those red bubbles.
No. And not with those fires either. No, sir. Still on the hunt for the 2 items here.
So Zelda being right close to the start is good information to find out at this point. And Fury doing the black clip to get inside of here, and this finds out this will take him to another section of level 9. I think... No, we haven't been in this one just yet. So comes into this room with the County Fair Cuties, or the Pole's Voice.
Oh, look at this! That is not level 5. That's level 2. That's the bow that Slidick just found.
Oh, okay. Yes, that's right. That is level 2. So we never found level 2. We never found level 5. Well, level 5 can still come into play then. Okay, never mind. So the bow being in level 2 is a huge find for Slidick. So Slidick now has himself a very important part of this set. We know Fury is not going to find both items in this level 9.
I'm going to tell you right now, Rick, if the silver arrows are not in level 9, Slick's going to flip the lead just like that, because he has the bow. And if the silver arrows are somewhere else, because Slick only has 4 Triforce pieces. Let's say he finds level 5 or level 7, and one of them has the silver arrows. If that's the case, Slidick gets a commanding lead. It was looking like Fury was in good shape to perhaps pull off a big win here, but it's now up in the air.
Well, this is one of those cases where sometimes you get lucky in the levels that you find, sometimes you don't. So Fury now, we know that Fury's not going to be able to get everything he needs inside of this level 9. But the question is when will he find the first item?
And Slidick does find the Triforce out of level 2, so he's now got 4 Triforce pieces. He's 1 away from being eligible to go into level 9. Here's a diamond staircase for Fury, and he has found nothing but transport staircases so far. And right now there is a 50-50 chance that the silver arrows are here in level 9. And right now it's going to be Fury's best bet at this point, is that the silver arrows are indeed in level 9. Is there an item? No.
So Slidick continuing to search, and I think at this point Slidick is going to make his way towards Death Mountain. Maybe, yep, that's now where he's heading now. So we know that level 9 is a little further away. With 3 bombs, he may not get there just yet. And Fury coming across this staircase goes and does the block clip, gets inside. and he'll be whisked away to another part of this level 9.
My goodness, it's just one of those level 9s. I mean, I always think back to the level 9 that Random Effect had, where he found the first 2 staircases he found were both items. But what's happening in Fury is what typically happens to all Zelda randomizer runners. You're going to find all 12 rooms that have the transport staircases before you find the 2 item staircases. That's just how Rando works.
It's called Murphy's Law, by the way.
Yeah. And now Fury is in the northeastern section of the skull, and he's able to bomb down. And now he's gonna. Ooh! Did my eyes play tricks, or did those fires go down in a candle shot?
Well, I don't know, because it's tough to determine what actually hits them, whether it's the wand. Hey, Laz, there's all your blue bubbles, by the way.
Oh, yep, told ya! They're all congregating in this tea room, of course!
Hey, Larry, how you doing?
Like that? My goodness gracious, and ladies and gentlemen, here's Ganon, but with no bow and silver arrows. There's nothing Fury can do at this point except up an A.
Aren't you getting tired of those infernal roars of that beast there?
Oh my goodness gracious. So now Slidick is going to check this recorder spot here at the gravestone. I know we checked it earlier. That was just a cheap bait shop. And by cheap, I mean expensive, because normally the cheap bait goes for 60 rupees. So a 1/6 markup on that. We haven't seen the bait block yet. We've seen 2 of the mugger rooms. So right now Fury is hoping to find a hint about those silver arrows, but he's found no old men yet.
He has found absolutely nothing in this level 9. This level 9 is just giving him the business.
Uh-oh, and there is the bait block here in level 9, and it's guarded.
Quack, quack!
He must be a fan of the Mighty Ducks. Thank you very much, Mr. Ducksworth. Quack, 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 Mr. Ducksworth. That is ridiculous. So there's Zelda's room, but it's been abducted by Patra Wayne! Hey! As Slidick finds a take-any cave, he's now got 9 hearts, and considering his situation, he finds a heart here in level 7 coming up. He'll have a decision to make.
Yeah, but he's ineligible to get to level 9 at this point, so he's going to head over to the other side, and he will find level 7 shortly.
Right, and now Fury is still in search of the 2 items or even old men, so there's one of the potential hints gone with that bait block. There is still the chance also, unfortunately for Fury, there's still the chance that the 3rd mugger room, if there is a 3rd mugger at all, because it's randomized between 1 and 3 of those rooms, that could take away one of our old men as well. By the way, Fury is in a bad spot right now. He's cursed, he has no bombs, and he's down to 1 key. Ooh, but he got a bomb there from the Vires. Good pickup there.
And you said he was cursed.
Yeah. He can't use the sword. Those are just normal bubbles, so unfortunately he won't be able to do anything about it right now.
Hey, Laz.
What's up, Rick?
I still hate the book.
I know. 57 minutes in, Slidick still has not found the book, and now we have 1 more bunny left here in this trap room. Can we push the block? Another red herring for Fury. Man, oh man.
I hate double block rooms, and so too does Fury.
Well, good news for Fury. There is a blue bubble in this room, so he's going to get his
sword back. He can chase it down.
Yeah, the blue bubbles are running away from him like the fairies would. And there's the... Now, here's the Triforce pickup for Slidick here. That's going to be his 5th Triforce piece. He's now eligible to go into level 9, and he does have the bow in hand. You got to believe he's going to make that play.
Yeah, he's more prone to going into level 9 at this point, considering the fact that he has 2/3 of what he needs to beat the game, and he's 1 bomb away from getting another piece of information about this seed about the wand.
Yeah, you better believe it. And he did purchase those bombs, so he's in pretty good shape at the moment right now. There's a potion shot for Slidick. There's nothing he can do about that, so he'll have to come back later.
So, Fury continuing to search through here, trying to figure out what he can do, hoping that he can get hit by the right bubble. There we go. There's the blue bubble pickup there for Fury, so now he can swing his sword. And so Slidick is going to do the same loop-de-loop as Fury did, and now we'll probably see him opt to go into level 9.
No question about it here. I don't know if he has taken this staircase. He probably has. Yeah, I think he's found all 6. I just got this hunch. He's found all 6 sets of transport staircases.
I think at this point, Fury is getting that hunch of where the blank are the items.
My golly. Now Slidick is making the play for level 9, and right now, Slidick's got the lead. He definitely has the lead, and he's going to have a commanding lead if the Silver Arrows are here in level 9. Fury, another transport staircase for Fury.
Okay, so Slidick cutting through here. Maybe he can get lucky. And this part puts Fury in this section of level 9 that was only these 2 rooms. This single block room could be one of our 2 items.
Yeah, the best thing that could happen for Fury right now is he finds the Silver Arrows. But on the other hand, it could give him the false hope that the bow is here in level 9. Let's see if this is one of our 2 items. And
it is. It's
Red Candle.
Candle. Yeah, that is a good find for Fury, only because it tells him that both items are not going to be here. So the longer that Fury now holds into this level, and he's investigated a lot of this level 9 at this point, the worse the scenario is going to be for him. As Slidick, he's just a Silver Arrow away from slamming the door shut on this seed.
And if the Silver Arrows are here in level 9, it's going to be pretty much curtains for this particular match. Even though Fury does know where Zelda and Ganon are, he does not know where the bow is. I mean, Fury's only hope is he finds the second item very fast, and he guesses correctly that the power bracelet spot has a level. Because for all we know, he could make the play for level 7, 33 rooms of pure torture. And we know, let's say the Silver Arrows are here. If the Silver Arrows are here, we know that play is going to be wrong.
And the other problem for Fury at this point, he's down to 1 key. That key door right there takes him to a spot of this level 9 he hasn't been to yet, but, you know, it's a really tough decision to go ahead and spend your keys when there's such a precious commodity.
Yep, and Fury's still trying to find the second item here. He wants to find the hint about the Silver Arrows. That would be, like I said, that would be a huge hint for him. Now he's going to check this staircase, and that'll be one of the transports again, I believe. Yeah, I believe we've seen this one earlier. Slick is going to find this transport staircase here also.
Yeah, Slick, stop stalking Fury.
Yeah, these guys are just following each other neck and neck.
And so, jackpot for Fury. Unfortunately, this is not what you want in a jackpot room.
Yeah, it's more useful when it's the second quest, because second quest jackpot rooms, the triple bar rooms as I like to call them, have a push block on the middle left after you full clear room, but you're not going to see that because these are still first quest rooms.
Yeah, unfortunately for Fury, he is cursed, so he wants to try to get these pulls voice in the easier fashion of using his wand and sword combination to tackle them down. And look at these 2 go. They are in the same room, but the problem is for Fury, Slidick has a very important part of this. And we got ourselves the funky block room, as I call it.
Yep, or as I like to call it, the maze block room, because it kind of does look like a labyrinth. This is the room you get the raft out of in second quest level 4, still in search of the second item, and they continue to follow.
Simultaneous travel for both of these runners, but they're splitting apart. One is heading south, the other one is heading to the west.
Yep, and we already have checked below the eye, as we can see on this map. He has discovered, this is funny, he has discovered almost all of level 9, and we have not found the other old men. Well, this could be the prize right here.
This is where Fury's got to kind of consider just, you know, maybe leaving this dungeon.
I can understand your reasoning there, Rick, but Fury must feel that he is pot committed. He has explored so much of level 9. He feels he does not want to leave any unstone turn, and there's a possibility that bait block is guarding 1 room. And it makes you wonder if that 1 room is the item room, and if it has the Silver Arrows. If that's the case, it's a Putz approved seed. But it would be horrendous news for Fury. Do you remember why?
Let me see. Intrigue me.
Not only is it bait blocked, neither of these runners have the bait. There is a locked door to the north of that bait block.
Ooh, yeah, so that 0 that is next to a FurySK count is going to come into play.
And Slidick has now discovered the location of Zelda. He has found out that that shutter door did not open upon full clearing that room. So he knows part of the puzzle pieces here. Again, still looking for the second item. And yeah, this potentially could be a putz-approved seed with that bait block. And if it's guarding those silver arrows, holy smokes. Of course, it could also be guarding an old man that could tell us a hint about the silver arrows for all we know. It's got really interesting all of a sudden.
Well, Slidick now just found the second piece of this puzzle. Ganon in Ganon's room.
Yep, and it would take between 11 and 15 hits to take down the beast, and Fury, with no resources, is bailing out. Oh my goodness, those Lionels just say, you get back into level 9 right now.
But I don't want to be back in level 9. I want your bombs. Give me some bombs.
And that's what I think Fury was thinking. Unfortunately, he gets empty drops from those Lionels, so maybe the blue Octrox will be more cooperative. We'll see. Now, he does have money to buy bombs if there's a bomb shop next door.
You know, I just at the beginning of this seed about everything that was going on in regards to Fury and his luck. And, you know, this is the part where you feel for the runner because, in serious, this is not a good feeling when you go through and you're killing everything that you know drops bombs and nothing wants to drop it. And there is Slidick finding out there's the bait. It's hiding a room to its north. He ends up spending a bomb here, but it's, I believe what we found out earlier is that it's not going to end the way he wants it to.
Yeah, there's no workaround, I don't believe. Yeah, because of Zelda's room. There could be an old man there. There could be a staircase there. Who knows what could be behind that bait block. This got really interesting. I want to see these silver arrows be behind that bait block. And Slidick may be thinking about that play now because he's out of bombs, of course, but he has just enough
Silver
rupees.
kills
The silver
elsewhere.
That means it's either in 5 or 7. And remember, neither of our runners have discovered level 5 yet. So that is good news for Fury. It's going to prolong the race, and it'll be decision time for Slidick, and it will be, of course, decision time for Fury. Now, unfortunately for Fury, because he has not discovered level 2, he's still digging for the item in level 9. I mean, who can blame him at this point? He's got to believe that one item's going to be here. We know that's not now the case.
So we had a inquiry for the item recap. We're just going to give you the important things at this point. Power bracelet in level 1. The bows in level 2 at second quest 4. We do not know where the silvers are, but they could be in level 5, which we have not seen yet. Or in level 7, which is 2 screens west of this level 9. As Slidick back into this level 9, he spent a whole lot of rupees on those bombs, so this will leave him with nothing. But he is heading in the direction of that old man hint. He's like a couple of rooms away. This would be a big find for Slidick if he can find that hint in here.
Oh, you better believe it would be a huge hint. Now, in Fury's situation, he's going to level 7 now. His best hope is that the silver arrows are here. Of course, that may give him the false sense of urgency that level 9's
find
got
out
the
that
bow.
information. There's the hint that he needs right there, but he doesn't have the book.
That's a tough break. And that's where the book, which, again, people would like to avoid under normal circumstances, but new in this tournament, is what enables you to understand what these Hylians are saying. Of course, never did find level 6 or the Triforce or the item out of it, so no book, no business.
So Slidick is going to continue to explore this level 9. He has not seen either item in here.
You know what would be crazy? If level 7 had the raft that was guarding level 5 that had the silver arrows. That would be crazy. If that was the case, level 9 would have the any key.
This race is not done and over with just yet.
Oh, no.
Slidick is in a position here where he could be just a few rooms away. from finding where the red candle is, but he's on the wrong section of this level 9. That was a magical staircase that took him to where level 9 is.
That's what level 9 tends to do. It has 57 rooms, and more often than not, you're going to see a situation where a magical staircase is going to come into play to get to a room you absolutely have to be in order to figure some of the seed out, or in this level 9.
So Fury is in level 4 or is he in 7?
This
He's
is
in
7.
7. Okay, so this room here with the Grias, he's going to try to kill this, and I'm wondering if the way he's presenting himself against these Grias is of a nervous
The item,
move.
silvers!
The silver arrows in 7, so that could be very important for Slidick if he decides to go pop back into level 7 once he's out of here.
Yeah, so right now, this is anybody's race at this point, because level 5 is either going to have the raft or the any key. Neither of our runners have discovered level 5. Yeah, 5 could be raft blocked still, but now the raft's going to be in level 9, so
But
it's
Fury
not going to make
needs
any
to
difference.
Fury needs to find where level 5 is at this point. He needs something that tells him that level 5 is at second quest 4. Or rather, level 2, rather.
Yeah,
level 2 at second quest 4.
Correct. That's where he's now. Now he's kind of heading towards the right direction. Now he hasn't checked power bracelet spots, so that might be his next thing on the list. I'm going to tell you what. If he's able to sniff this out, Rick, he's going to win this race, and he will have earned it. He's going to buy a key, and he's going to save.
Interesting decision right there by Fury. I like the idea at this point, because you don't know. You know you have to pop into another dungeon. You don't know if you're going to get blocked by a key. So that may be a great decision here for Fury that could win this for him. He is heading... Where are you heading, Fury? Are you thinking it's in 9, though?
But remember, he doesn't have bait.
Does Fury is going back here as if he's going back into level 9.
Ooh. That may be the case, and if that is the case, we know... Oh! A tough break there for Fury. He just seems pot committed that the second item is going to be in level 9, and this is going to buy Slidick more time. But so far, I'm telling you, Rick, level 9 is living up to its name, the Great Equalizer. It's been a tricky one for both of our runners. And there's the other hint that Fury has not stumbled across yet. Not that it's really going to help him much, because it's not going to tell him where the bow is, but it's something that's going to hinder Slidick's progress.
So, at this point, we know the power bracelet was in 1. We also know the bow was in 2, the silver's in 7.
Absolutely right. So, I mean, you can't fault Fury for making this play. That's just the nature of randomizer sometimes, Rick. Routing. And, I mean, Fury's routing wasn't terrible. It was pretty good. It got him to his Triforce pieces faster than it did Slidick, but all it takes, and that's the beauty of Pentaforce flags, though, Rick. All it takes is one right or wrong decision to flip a 20-minute deficit into a 20-minute lead.
Look at these bunnies stuck in the wall here for Fury.
Oh, poor bunnies.
Get out of the door! Just helping Fury kill them off, at least. Is this a push staircase? It is. Is this something we haven't seen yet? It's the second raft! It's the raft! So there, Fury has found both of the items in here. He did retry. He got that key back.
Great strategy.
Now he knows he has to go into another level.
And he knows what his options are, because he's seen 8, he's seen 6, he has the silver from 7. He has not seen 4, however. That's something Slidick has found that Fury has not found.
Now here's an interesting thing for Fury. He did not pick that up. So he's pot committed that the raft is not going to be required.
And he's going to end up being correct. He's going to end up being correct that the raft is not going to be required. But yeah, I do not like the play that Fury just made at all. You're going to pick that raft up every time for all he knows. Level 5 could be raft block, and it could have the bow. We know that's not the case. And Fury just made a lucky gamble there. But You do not leave the raft behind in a situation like that, Rick.
Well, we're going to find out. Fury may just get lucky here, as Slidick needs to figure out these 2 items in this level 9. This is a crazy race that in the last about 20 minutes has just gone back and forth like a seesaw.
Oh, you better believe it. Now that we have unlocked everything that we need to know about the seed, here's a full item recap. Level 1, the power bracelet and the ladder. Level 2 has the bow. Level 3, the recorder. Level 4, the heart container. By process of elimination, we know that level 5, wherever the heck it is, has the magical key. Level 6 has the book. Level 7, the silver arrows. Level 8 has scrap metal and the white sword. Level 9 has the red candle and the raft. The armor statue item was the red ring. The ladder item on the coast, the wooden boomerang. And the white sword item was the wand.
Any questions?
Nope. Now
Not
gonna
you, the chat. I know you don't have any questions. You just gave us the entire item recap. I'm just wondering if these people here have any questions.
I think the person that has the biggest questions right now is Slidick. Where are these 2 items here in level 9?
He's about just to come across one of them here in this bunny room.
Yep. He's going to find his raft, and let's see if he decides to pick it up. Now, he may think that raft is needed. I mean, and who could blame him at this point? He doesn't know where the silver arrows are. He knows where level 7 is. He has the Triforce out of there. Fury is checking all the spots that he has missed up to this point. So,
and it's interesting how many spots he hasn't even come across. So this could take a little bit of time. And Slidick, if he fast and furious into 7 after he finds this raft in here, that could make a difference.
Yeah, because he knows where Ganon and Zelda are. In fact, both of our runners know where Ganon and Zelda are, as Slidick is going to go ahead and pick up this raft here, which, again, I have to imagine, based on what we have seen from both of our runners, I have to imagine that level 5 is raft block.
Now, okay, let's talk about this, and this is going to be a tough one to answer, but you're an hour and 15 minutes in. You have not seen your opponent finish. And you're just scrambling through this level 9 trying to find both of the items. What is going through your mind?
It's one heck of a trolley seed. I know who my opponent is, and I know how good both of these runners are. Both these runners have to be feeling that they're behind. Right now, it's an even race.
Slidick is just continuing through this room very slowly, like he's thinking. He's thinking maybe possibly leaving this level 9, but he hasn't pulled the trigger just yet. And his window of opportunity is about to shut really fast. As Slidick is just, Fury is just a few rooms away from finding where level 4, or rather level 2 is. He's still checking recorder spots.
We thought that was one of them. No, you got to go one screen to the west, Fury. That's where your other recorder spot's going to be here in the desert. I tell you, if level 5 is here, I don't know if we've checked this desert spot or not, and it's not. That's another door repair panel. That's going to take him down to 19 rupees. And Slidick, looking at that map, you see his map. You see that almost all of those rooms are full cleared here in level 9.
He's going to do an up and A. He is thinking about it. He is feverishly thinking about it. He doesn't have the book that would give him the information he is seeking. As Fury just is inching further and further away at this point from second quest 4, which is where he needs to do to get into level 2.
That right now, Rick, is the only saving grace that's keeping Slidick afloat right now, is that Fury is making the wrong decisions. Now he's checking the forgotten spot. Oh.
This is a case where you wish you had just forgotten the forgotten spot.
Exactly, because we know, well, there's the hint shop. Now he's going to purchase a couple of hints. A feat of strength will lead to the bow.
That's huge!
Whoa! What a humongous hint that Fury just picked up. He bought the cheap 10 rupee hint, and it turns out to be the mother lode for Fury. He now knows he needs to check power bracelet spots, and where's he going to start?
And he's heading...
Arrow first.
Nope, he's not. He's going to go magical sword first.
I mean, it's on the way, and it's not a horrendous play at all. It's just not the right spot. But he's already checked the power bracelet spot in Death Mountain. You got to believe he's going to check Vanilla Level 5's location next.
he's going to get there. He's going to get there. That is the hint that right now is going to send Fury in the right direction. Slidick is now down to a shade amount of time. He's got to get out of this level 9. He's got to get into level 7, and he's got to get this silver arrows ASAP. Slidick's time is down to minutes.
Yep, now Fury just has to... Now, he still has decisions to make, because there's still plenty of power bracelet spots that I don't think he's checked. I believe the one on the coast is one he hasn't checked. No, he's checked it already.
Well, he's got the one that is over at the Lost Hills. That's just around the corner. He's already checked the one that is considered close to start. He just checked that one there. You know exactly where he's going. He's going Lost Hills, then he's checking Second Quest 4, and Fury is about to go into Triforce and Go. Well, you can't really go to Triforce and Go mode. We're already at level 9.
Yep, it's just flat out Go mode, as Slidick is still having problems trying to find that second item here in level 9. And
he's got to cash in his chips again. He's out of time. He's now in the right section of this 9. He's got to go one room to the north and get himself out of here. But he can't take a bop to this patcher, because that means death. As Fury now goes Second Quest 4. He's in 2.
Yep, and right now,
baby.
And Slick did the right thing. He popped his Pepsi right there to get back to full health. He's about to find his red candle.
Yeah, one hit from that patch, he would have been dead. That's why he had to do it right there. And okay, so now Fury just a few rooms away from getting the bow. And he knows where both Zelda and Ganon are. Both of these runners are in red ring mode at this point. There is the push block for Slidick. He is going to find the red candle here. He wants to get hit with the blue bubble, so he gets his sword back. And Slidick, that is not the item you seek. Time to leave.
Yep, and now he's done with level 9. So right now it's a race for their respective items. In Fury's case, the bow here in level 2. Where will Slidick go next?
Slidick has just left the mountain.
Oh,
he's not going immediately to 7.
I mean, you certainly can't fault Slidick for that. I mean, it's 33 rooms of pure chaos, and
there's
nobody
the bow
likes...
for Fury. He now is back to level 9 mode.
As I like to say, Adirondack Rick, FurySK is in the catbird seat. He has a big advantage. He knows where everything is. It's just going to come down to execution now to complete the rest of the seat, and that's 6 for Slidick.
And this right there, this really at this point is game, set, and match. And don't forget, this is not an elimination match. The loser gets down into the basement, where they'll have another chance to shine. The winner, after this seed, would they really want to play Elite 8 flags? I'm not certain, but they're going to be.
Well, they would face off the winner of the Truant Gamer Sis Crusher match, and that's a very intriguing match to say the least, because you look at who they beat. Sis Crusher beat Zarnax 42 by 7 seconds. 7 seconds, the closest race we have had so far in the tournament, Rick. And don't forget, he's the only runner so far to have defeated Crystal Saber in the tournament. Truant Gamer, he pulled off the big win against the undefeated Shaddy, so this is going to be interesting to see who would come out on top of that race, and they would face off against FurySK, provided he holds on.
So Fury back in level 9, just a few rooms away from being able to serve us our 11 o'clock edition of bacon.
Well, that sounds really, really good. And lucky for Fury, that bait block is not going to be required. So he's just got to find the path to Ganon's room, and we will indeed have bacon.
News in this room here as Fury, a heart and a half, so he's got that blue potion all set and ready to go.
Yeah, Hyrule Driver's going to cost him 1 heart. We need anywhere between 6 and 8 hits to take down the beast. We got 1. Could not get the stun lock, but there's a Hyrule Driver there, 2. Ooh, and there's another Hyrule Driver, 3.
Oh, Fury's playing with a lot of nervousness at this point. This
4.
is not his normal playstyle. This is just filled with agitation.
And he's got another Hyrule Driver, but it's a low HP Ganon!
Beautiful.
6 6 hits with the white sword. We've got bacon. Fury gets the Triforce of Power. So now he just has to backtrack to where that shutter door is, just a couple rooms away, and FurySK will be the second runner to punch his ticket into the winners quarterfinals.
Yep, spend that key wisely, man. And FurySK. At times you wondered if he was going to have this race. At times it didn't seem like it was possible, but FurySK has moved on to the Elite Eight with a win over Slidick.
Boy, that was an exceptional race between the both of these runners. FurySK led almost wire to wire. I tell you what, he performed exceptionally tonight. Obviously, the red ring helped, but the fact that he only had 6 hearts, that's amazing.
What? You know what won this race for Fury?
Well, what do you think won this race? The 10 hint.
The 10 rupee hint. Right there.
Better believe
it.
it.
Set him on the right path. And Slidick unfortunately chose the wrong decision after leaving level 9, opting to investigate other spots, heading into level 8, which we know has the white sword.
Yep, and let's see what FurySK's victory phrase is going to be. It says, avoid Mr. D, please. Avoid Mr. D, please. Mr. D. I don't know who Mr. D is, but it must mean somebody, as we do have Mr. B, rather. We have FurySK here in the commentator's booth with us. GG, congratulations. This is a very intriguing race. Why don't you go over the scene with us?
Well, there's quite a bit to say about that one, I think.
All right, let's go ahead and start at the beginning. You get over towards the Armos item. Over in the forest, you unleash it, and it turns out to be the red ring. Kind of familiar, isn't it?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Turned out that was the Armos item in the match against me. So, let's talk a couple of big important things here. First of all, you look like you really didn't want to get that Triforce at level 7. It just appeared to be right there in the way.
I mean, I could ladder clip around it, but I was kind of flirting with the idea of going to 9, and eventually decided, because I didn't have white sword item at that point, that I'd go ahead and just take the Triforce and go look for white sword item.
You're continuing persistence to go through that level 9. Now, why did you stay in level 9 as long as you did?
By the time I got the Silver's Light Elsewhere hint, I think I had 11 rooms left, and by the time I found the candle, I think I had 6 rooms left. So at that point, it's not really that big of a difference whether I stay in there or leave.
You want to know what won you this race, though, above anything else?
The book.
The book and a 10 rupee hint at the forgotten spot that said, a feat of strength will lead you to the bow. How happy were you to see that hint?
Well, I had thought about it for about 2 minutes, because I had that one key in 9 to get to the raft. I'm like, well, if I have to burn that key a second time to go back there to get the raft to check the 2 raft spots, this is not going to go well. But fortunately, it told me that one of my remaining 12 spots on the overworld that wasn't raft block was going to turn into only 3 left very quickly.
Yeah, what was your basis on deciding not to pick up the raft in level 9? You know, knowing that level 5 was still not discovered, knowing that you didn't know where the bow was at that point, or the silver arrows for that matter. What was your reasoning behind leaving the raft behind?
Because I saved that one key, I didn't have enough rupees to buy another key. I would have been at 0 again, and the chances it would be raft block were less than the chances probably of me getting key blocks somewhere right off the bat.
So you were playing the percentages, locked doors versus where level 5 being potentially raft block and having the bow there. So, yep, now that I hear it from you, you know, your gamble, your logic makes perfect sense regarding that situation, because I'm always telling people in the commentator's booth, you're always going to pick up that raft, because you just never know if it's going to be required. Obviously, it did not come into play. I mean, level 5 is probably raft blocked, and it's going to have the magical key, just if you were curious or not, as Slidick does find his white sword. But yeah,
ladies and gentlemen, with him finding that white sword, Slidick has waved the white sword up in the air. He has forfeited this race.
yeah, and you certainly can't fault him. I mean, his decisions were level 7 or find level 5. I mean, little does he know level 7 was going to be the right play. And you've done a lot of commentary yourself, FurySK, and you know that level 7 has won and lost many, many races. And once again, level 7 being part of the reason why he ended up coming out on top.
Yep, I employed the RBG strats of if you're racing against RBG, go to level 7. So just pretending Slidick was RBG helped a lot.
Yeah, I'm always.
So that's what you did in the race against me, except for you had to go other places to get to 7.
Well, I had the hint and immediately got the indie key of that race, so pretty easy.
I know.
Of course, as I like to say, it doesn't matter if level 7's involved with Crystal Saver, because Saver's already in level 9. But as I like to say, if level 7's involved, if you gamble level 7, you'll lose. If you don't gamble level 7, you lose. But you never know. You never know what could happen.
But speaking of winning, you are now the second of these runners in this tournament to make it into the Elite 8 flag set. What's your thoughts? What's your strategy as you head into not knowing how many Triforces you need to get into level 9 until you find level 9? What's your thoughts about the flag changes as a whole?
I mean, I said it before I entered the tournament, and I'll say it again. Once you get to Elite 8, it's just all up for grabs. Anybody's going to be able to beat anybody, just depending on what the seed throws at them in terms of Triforces needed for 9.
Yeah, because couldn't it be just one Triforce piece and you're into 9?
I think it can be 0 even. Just need your 2 items to be able to defeat Ganon and go get Zelda.
And that really makes the Gamble Mag 9000 more of a dangerous weapon going into the Elite 8 flags.
Yeah, so I'm assuming he found level 4. I never found that. I had 2, 4, and 5 left outstanding when I found 2.
Level 4 turned out to be at that end of the Dead Woods where you do the world wrap. It's with that recorder spot right there. Oh no, that was level 6. Never mind. Level 4.
That's where level 6.
Yeah, that was level 6. So level 4.
Death Mountain, I had recorder spot near the coast on the other side of the world.
Oh, I think I know where it was. It was in Second Quest 3.
That's right. So yes, the recorder for that spot was where level 4 is, but all that level 4 had was the heart container.
Well, congratulations to you, though. I'm certain you were kind of furiously going through that seed towards the end, like, come on. Tell me your thoughts as you were facing up against that Ganon, because it seemed like maybe you were you a little flustered during that fight?
He's just off pattern, and I couldn't figure out for the life of me where he was until he hit me on the right side, and then I realized where he was, went over the other side and took care of it.
Aren't you glad that Ganon ended up being 11 or 12 HP? Because that was getting dicey. You were getting low on health there, even after drinking that potion.
Yeah, I wasn't so much worried about having to walk back to the pig and fight him again. It was just the raid boss red balls that knocked me and locked me back out again.
Okay, so that does make me want to ask you a question. Is there anything that you would like to say to those red bubbles that completely destroyed both of you guys throughout this entire run?
I mean, I don't know if speed gaming's PG or R or what it is, but I should probably say nothing on that.
Well, that is a good decision to go ahead and do so, and I do compliment you on making it family-friendly for us over here on Speed Gaming 3, so I guess that says enough about those red bubbles.
Yep.
Laz, who does Fury face in the next round?
Well, your next opponent, well, it's gonna be an interesting match because we've had a couple of runners here taking down some major names. We have Truant Gamer, who took down the previously undefeated Shaddy, versus Sis Crusher, who won by 7 seconds against Zarnex and is the only runner to defeat Crystal Saban in the tournament so far. That is going to be your next opponent as we get into the Elite Eight. So what do you think about those prospects going into your next race?
Well, it's either going to be a rubber match between me and Truant, who I've faced in both tournaments already, or it's going to be someone I race on a nightly basis, and it feels like we're 50-50 every time we race, so should be a good matchup either way.
And by the way, that race is going on right now. We'll go ahead and host that. So let's go ahead and shut up so we can go ahead and watch the finale. They're about 35 and a half minutes in. Truant Gamer taking on Sis Crusher right now. So let's shut up. Let's go ahead and do our thanks. Thanks to Maligord, who is doing the tracking for us for Fury and Slidick. Be sure to follow them both for Lost Cards 23. My good old friend here in the commentary booth, I'm Adirondack Rick, saying thank you for joining us. And be sure to do !Z1R to find out more great races coming up in this tournament. We are gearing up towards a lot of great races coming up, but we'll talk about them at another time. Let's get out of here.
So long, everybody.